Yeah.
Look,
So
I had two really good games, and the game I'm about to send you now is this one, the one where I went 5-5 against Akali.
okay. Yeah. So honestly, I like the consistency that you have. So you play mainly Qiyana. I mean, one of these games. Who cares, right? That is not really relevant. Or like
Mm-hmm.
one Braum game here. I think what you can work on is only game amount. It looks like you are not playing as much, right? You have like 7 hours here. So you played 3 games
Yeah,
and then 6 days ago. So
yeah,
if you
yeah.
can bump it up, it's really important that you have this daily routine, I think, at least for me. That
Mm-hmm.
has helped me a lot. It doesn't have to be many games, it can just be like 2 games a day. That's already enough,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
making it a daily thing will help you a lot already. So
No, no, for sure.
that's the only thing I can notice here. But so far, I think we just get into the
I
game.
have been. It's not like as slow as this though because I have been playing on EUNE a decent amount
Ah,
because
okay.
a lot of my friends are on EUNE. But yeah,
I see. Okay. Yeah, if you can play on the best server that you have, I would recommend that though because competition is better, then you learn faster, So just as a
yeah,
as a small disclaimer. Okay, let's get into it. So we have a Qiyana game, and you are versing a
Akali.
Akali. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Let's get into it. So we placed that ward topside. That's good. Okay, let's see what she does. Yeah, she's playing super defensive. We have some taunting here. I love that. Okay, we could have W'd that, but it's not the biggest thing in the world. Just beautiful. The wave pushes into you. Let's see how this goes. You give up a lot of minions for the favorable wave state. Perfect. Okay, we have our Shyvana on the screen there. That's awesome. And now we just have the wave on our side of the map. Okay, I don't think we have to give these minions, to be honest.
Mm.
You just give them up for nothing. Was there a reason why you didn't go for them?
Yeah, her ass. In my head, at least.
Okay, the thing is, if you level up, you actually gain a little bit of HP. And if you go for one minion here and she Qs you, you will get level 2 of it, and then you are basically almost full life again.
Mm.
Just a small thing,
Okay.
nothing big though.
Yeah.
Beautiful trade, I love it. Now we use the pot. That is better for you than it is for her because you have more burst than she has. Now we grab grass. Honestly, so far so good. I like the lane. The only thing I would like to notice is that you can go for 3 pots instead of refillable, in my opinion.
But I love refillable so much.
Yeah, I know.
It's so
Me too.
useful.
Me too. But the problem is, so let me just show you this very quick. So refill
Mm.
gives you 100 health. Okay,
Yeah.
one normal
Times
pot.
200.
Yeah, I mean one refill, only one potion.
Yeah.
So a normal potion actually gives you 20 HP more per potion. So
Yeah.
if you do this times 2, you get 200 from refill, and if you do this times 3, you get
360.
360. So
Yeah.
that is
That's a lot of
160
HP.
HP more. Like that is a whole lot of HP. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And if you go
That's
for
a lot
trades
of
like
HP.
these, trust me, like if you go for trades like these, it's it's a big difference maker. I do it every single
Yeah,
game
yeah.
without any exception. Look at my games.
Is it okay to go refill after or nah?
Of course, yeah. If you have the gold, 100%. But it's about the initial starting items, so the early game that you have.
Oh shit. I see you're building hubris first almost every game.
Yeah. And this is, by the way, this is 400, 500 LP masters because my MMR is really good. I have a 60% win rate, so.
I'm also building hubris every single game because
Yep.
now it's like I feel like it's the best like item either way because if I win, I'll just win harder, and if I'm losing, it's the one item that can get me back in.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so this game, as you can see, I
Yeah, I
went
understand.
for
Three
three
pots,
pots,
yeah.
and I basically do it every single game. Right here, I went
I
for
see.
three pots,
I mean,
and yeah.
especially in a lane where I trade heavy, no?
Yeah, exactly. Like against Akali, that makes a big difference because then you actually have an advantage. Your entire
Yeah,
build
yeah.
is used to have an advantage, right? You go Ignite and you go Electro. What do you want to do with that?
I want to burst her down and
And
destroy
kill,
her.
right?
Yeah.
So why do you go for a defensive pot setup when you can have more pots and even play more aggressive, right? So
True,
there's
true,
no
true.
point in going for an aggressive setup with Longsword, with Electro, with Ignite if you then like miss out on 160 health early on, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah. But overall, I mean, you played the lane amazingly well so far. Okay, we could have gotten that, but this is just small things. I just want to see how you trade here. What's going to?
No,
Okay.
that's yeah, yeah. That like
I don't have to say
that's.
anything.
I did that twice. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time here. No, no, okay, but yeah, let's not talk about that. I get. Oh yeah, I get the 4. I instantly engage on her.
Oh, this is beautiful though. I don't know if I agree with the flash.
But I could have. I just realized what I could have done. I'm so dumb. I could have just W Q'd, bro.
The thing is, so let me say something here, okay?
Yeah,
You did this because you know that this Akali is dog shit.
yeah,
In your head, I know this exactly. If you knew that this Akali can actually play the game, she can just flash away, right? So she doesn't get hit by that Q,
yeah,
and you don't kill, and you waste your flash in the end of the day.
yeah.
What you should do instead is just use the Q while you are in range.
Like this here.
Yeah, just use the Q here. Also, you walked back a little bit too much. Like, you could have stayed here, just
Yeah.
on the edge, just stood here, not move. Because she
Mm,
has to walk this way. Like, there is nothing else she can do.
yeah.
Nothing that she
I do
can't go
that a
anywhere
lot.
else.
I do that a lot actually. Whenever I engage, and this fucks me especially on Vex. Oh my god, do I hate Vex? But
It's understandable.
I'll EQ onto Vex,
Mm-hmm.
and the second W, I mean, well, the first W, I'll make like myself dash in just such like the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
and I give her so much space to escape, and I'm like, yeah, I need to pay attention to that, like my positioning mid combo,
Yeah.
not just like grab any element and throw.
Yeah, so referring it back to the Akali here, you can even stand outside of the shroud, right? You can just like literally stand here. It's extremely annoying for her to run away.
Hmm.
And I also think so. What I like is you go in immediately after getting level 4 with EQ. That's perfect. I mean, there's nothing else to say. And if you look at this closely, I know this is hard to grasp maybe, but look at how long you take to grab the next W.
Yeah,
And now look at the timing here.
yeah, yeah. You're right, but I wanted that unempowered, not unempowered, no element auto. You know,
Ah, I
the
understand it,
white
yeah. Mm-hmm.
circle. But
Yeah,
no,
it's true,
if
but
I just grabbed it, if I
yeah,
grabbed it instantly, right? Yeah,
you have to decide if you want. So, in the end of the day, it's like a question that you have to ask yourself. So, do you want the unempowered auto, or do you want to have your Q up like a second or one and a
sooner.
half second earlier? Like, that's so much more worth it because she's below
Yeah,
50% HP, so you deal so much more damage, right?
yeah.
So, what I would have done is I would have grabbed Walk to the top here instantly, a bit faster, and then I would have stood here and then just waited for her to come out of the shroud. What will happen is she'll try to run away. Then your next W will be up quick, and then you can just use QWQ with Ignite, and she has to
Mm,
flash, and then you have flash advantage for the next play, right?
yeah.
Or even
This
kill
guy
because
got so
she
lucky this game, by the way. He got ganked so many times and he got so fed, but it's like this fucking
understandable, yeah. It
Maokai.
happens. It happens, man. But this is not luck. Like this is just you not using the W on
No,
time.
no, I know.
Yeah. So
That for
maybe
sure. I'm
maybe
just talking about the rest
after
of it.
that, maybe after that. But for this play specifically, I think we could have backed a little kill here.
Oh, look, I escaped from this guy because I'm so good at this game.
Okay. So you push into wave here. So what I would do in this case is, first of all, we didn't pan our camera to the Shyvana, so we didn't even look if something is happening here.
Okay.
That's the first thing that I'm noticing. As you can see, we just blindly push, while we could also try to like run in. In this case, running in is not good because Darius is missing, right? But generally speaking, I would like you to at least pan your camera so you can see what's going on.
Okay.
Then Shyvana dies, so that's
Yeah, and
totally
she
fine.
actually did die.
So, and now there's like, why do you walk to this side of the map though? That is something I would be interested to know.
Just to back, like this didn't have too much thought behind it, to be honest.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, because you know that Darius is missing. Or I don't know if you realized it, but Gwyn was pinging that Darius is missing. And then at the same time you have Kindred, which is currently topside. So if you want to reset and you
Yeah,
reset topside here, it's
I'm a
actually
very
very
easy target.
dangerous, extremely. If you just so I wouldn't kill the last two minions here. That's the first thing because they don't change your back at all. That's the first thing. So
Mm,
killing this
okay.
is fine, and right here I would just reset. To be honest, or like throw a WQ, like WQ backwards, and then just reset. Because these three
Okay.
minions, they don't change what items you can get. You will get Longsword and Pink Ward anyways. So you can save a bit time for your reset and just go back here instantly.
Okay. Yeah.
And now if you go back here, yeah, beautiful. Now you W away. He can't reach anymore. Yeah, beautiful. Well played. Yeah. You did play it well, but it was unnecessary. Like you didn't have to
Yeah,
get
I know.
into
I
this
know.
position. So because this also delayed your reset, by the way. And now you will miss more
Yeah.
minions on our tower. Look at this. You miss cannon because of it.
Missed the
Only because of
cannon.
this.
Yeah.
Why do we
Yeah.
miss
Yeah.
this? Because we didn't reset on the proper side and because we didn't reset fast enough, right?
And because we were unaware.
Yeah, exactly. So what I would like you to do, couple of things. We are not talking about early here. Like early, the wave management was great. The engage was great. And honestly, I wouldn't even note down this Akali 1v1. This is just something you get better at with time, honestly, if you get more confident. So this is not something
Okay.
I would target right now, but something you should target is leaning towards the right side of the map.
Okay.
In this case, you lean towards topside and or you tried to reset there and you didn't realize that Darius and Kindred can both be there, right? The second
Yeah.
thing I would note down is just general map awareness when it comes to resets, or like general map awareness, especially for resets on the right side. This is kind of the same point, but also not really. Because the first thing is drawn towards you just looking at the map and just so you need the one thing for the other one. You need map
Yeah.
awareness to realize that something is going on top, and then you need to use that information to lean towards the other side of the map, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are the two things right here. Okay, but honestly, so far, like you improved a lot when it comes to. I remember that game against Salas that we had, even though it was
Yeah.
quite long ago.
Mm.
And you played a much better lane here than you did against the Salas.
Thank
So
you.
that's nice.
The first three levels, like the whole strategy you talked about, where you let it crash into you, so you get level 3 first. I have been trying to do that, but sometimes even when I don't hit the wave at all,
Mm-hmm.
the enemy mid still gets level 3 first, and it's like
That's okay though.
I don't understand what I'm doing, but I think they're just not shoving fast enough, and I don't really have
Mm-hmm.
control over that.
So what you can do if you want them to shove fast enough, you can just take damage from them while standing in your wave.
Yeah,
This
and
does
my
two
wave will start
things.
hitting them.
Exactly, the wave starts hitting them and not the enemy wave, and then it pushes faster. And also, what happens if they hit you, you basically make them play more aggressive. This is just a mindset thing, but it actually works. If you give them one shot on you, they think, okay, I just hit this guy, I'm better, you know. And
Yeah.
then level 3, they don't expect you to do something, or level 2 as well. So what you can also do is you can trade level 2. I want to show you something. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
have to be level 3. So I played against the Vex today in Masters. Easy
Vex is
going,
so
boys.
strong right now, man. I feel like I do no damage there.
No. You just have to do it properly.
No,
So
no,
I won't go over the
I'm
early.
shit, of course, but
You
let's
see
see.
this, right?
Yeah, like
But
here, I wouldn't know what to do here. I'd be so scared of this Vex.
yeah, but you have to shit on these minions. They don't care. They don't matter at all. Like this thing is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is I'm running D-Blade, I'm running Ignite, I'm running Conqueror. Right? And I wanna
Against
fuck
Vex,
this
that's
guy
what you
up.
run.
Yeah, of course. because you have to
Every
all in
time?
her. Yeah, 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 you have to all in the Vex. You cannot go for
Oh,
short
okay,
trades. It doesn't work like that.
that's interesting. No, I didn't. Okay.
Maybe other Qiyana OTPs in Halo will disagree, but bro,
No, no, no,
this
no,
guy
no.
was 400 LP, so I think he knows what he's doing. And look what I did to him.
Yeah, yeah,
I just Q him. I just ignore the minions because what they want to do, they want to attack you onto these creeps, right?
yeah,
So you can't go for them anyways because they will punish you.
yeah.
So instead of
True.
going for the minions, you just shit on
Just
this
go for the person.
and you just like attack him. They are so
Yeah.
mind blown actually. So I just Q him and then I grab Brock immediately, right? So take a look at what I do here. I grab grass instantly. I don't waste any time on my W here. Really important because I need my next W to be up right now. Look.
Mhm. Q. Okay. Yeah. Now he has nothing. Yeah.
Now look what happens. My Nunu comes and kills him, and it's game over
I
for the
mean,
Vex.
even if he didn't kill him there, like,
The wave is good, right? So everything is fine.
yeah,
You know, she has no flash. I
yeah,
have
he
no
just
flash,
got a
and
massive advantage. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that's it. So
I did
it.
do it once. Like this was a very like this was yesterday actually. I was playing a game and I was against a Victor and it
Mhm.
crashed into my tower and everything. We were both level 2, and when the wave that would give me level 3 came, I just really focused on hitting the minions, even though he was beating me down,
Yeah,
and he was getting super aggressive. Like he thought that I'm such a shit player. But as soon as I got 3, I engaged on him like instant ignite, and I destroyed like I ruined his entire game.
yeah. There are some champions where Conqueror is better, by the way. This is only
Mm,
for the early game, and since we play for early game, going Conqueror is totally fine. So
mm,
there are some
okay,
champions here, okay? Oriana is one of them.
really?
Yeah, yeah, because you can
Oh
just
damn.
run her down. Like she can't do anything
Okay,
against it, and you can get a really nice extended trade.
okay,
Victor is one of them.
okay.
Vex is one of them, and stuff like Malphite and shit and Renekton. All of that is
Oh,
just
that's
Conqueror.
really interesting. Yeah, I had a game against Renekton mid. I had a few games actually yesterday where they had so many tanks, and I'm like, okay, I need to go conquer. Like electrocute is not gonna cut it here, and
Yeah,
it was damn, you're playing chess while queuing. That's
of course,
hilarious.
man, of course. So look at this game.
But
I'm playing against Malphite. I just want to show you what I mean with how
yeah,
aggressive you can play, right? So you can bump that confidence up as well as against this Akali. So this relates to you. That's why I'm showing it. So
yeah.
look at this. I do nothing, like literally, like actually nothing. The only thing I did is chill under tower so far.
Mm-hmm.
And now look what happens when I get level 3. I'm confident enough to 100 to 0 this guy right now. It's hilarious, actually. Like, no one would expect this, and that's why it works. Because he's not prepared for it. Look what I do. I just wait for my level 3,
Yeah,
and also one small thing here. I change aggro.
yeah, because with the minions are hitting the one on the left,
Yeah.
right?
So I didn't know which one they will hit here, so I started attacking this, and then I change aggro to get it earlier, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now I get level 3, I instantly skill my E, and now look what happens.
E, to Q, auto, auto, auto. It looks like he's winning, but oh my god, that's damn. That's so much damage. That's so much damage.
It is, yeah.
Interesting, very interesting.
And
Yeah.
in this case, you had to
Okay.
go double rock because you need the additional damage from like being below 50%. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what I meant with being more confident.
Mm.
So
I
let's
know
keep
you
going.
have a video on Vex. Do you have a video on Akali as well? You have one, right?
Oh, I should have one, yeah, but most of the time that is just me stomping some lower elo guy.
Yeah,
Most of
but
the time, yeah.
if you already have a video where you went over the matchup, like the matchup specific things of like how to trade with her, then I'm not gonna ask you now. I guess I'll just go watch the video later.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah,
I
this is unlucky. This is just like no vision. I'm not aware and stuff.
I think I have a video about it, but you have to check. I did so many videos the last year, so it's a bit hard to remember to be
Yeah, yeah.
honest. You just have to check.
You have a
Okay.
Vex video for sure,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you have an Akali one.
yeah. Okay, so one mechanical mistake. You could get out here. Do you see this? What you did here?
I could have went from up there, not right into the kindred. Maybe.
Nope. Look at your
What's the
W.
mechanical mistake? I could have taken grass.
No, you wasted your Q. That is the mistake. So what
Oh,
happens here? First of all, walking up to the tower is pointless because you don't get the plate. That's
yeah.
the first thing that we have to see right here. The second thing is that you wasted your Q. If you EQ the Kindred here and hold your W, you can
Yeah.
W away and Ice
True,
Q her,
true.
and then you get out.
Yeah.
But you just use W EQ, and that's why you don't have W anymore after that,
True.
as you can see. And now you have nothing. Imagine you have W right now. You can just run
Yeah,
here
no,
and then actually W
yeah,
over
I
the
get
wall.
away.
So yeah, that is the thing, and that's why you die probably.
I
Yup,
do
yup, yup.
die.
And this is pretty bad. But it's fine, we just move on. We take a look at the game.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna press tab, but I just want you to see this Quinn's rune.
Yeah, I mean, we should take a look at the game state from now on and just see what's going on, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she's smoking, but she probably played support before that game, so that's why. So looking at this game, what do you see?
I see that Kindred is getting pretty fed. My Akali roamed bot, and she got like, yeah, no, did she kill me? No, no, sorry, yeah, she killed me on that where I couldn't escape properly, and then she
Mm-hmm.
roamed bot and killed one guy. So Quinn is winning somehow. I don't know. Like I have to help Shyvana probably in my head at least. I should be
Okay.
helping Shyvana here.
The main question for this game is how do you get a lead at some point? Because to be honest, if this game stays like this, you'll just lose.
Yeah,
In my opinion, at least. Kindred is quite
yeah,
far ahead. Akali is now ahead. So what you need to do is you need to minimize damage for now, and then look for opportunities regarding related to your champion's reference points. So you really need to play for golden experience now, for safe plays, and then wait for your ult to come up, and then maybe try to make something happen. That is what I would look for right now, especially if you have no side that you can play towards. Because even though Quinn is ahead, I don't think that you can easily play around this top lane, because Quinn will probably push in the top lane all the time.
mm-hmm.
So what happens is that you cannot really do anything against his Darius unless he's low and then under tower. Then you can maybe look for a
Yeah,
dive
for
on
a
him,
dive.
right? But apart from that, it's really hard to do something this game. Also, they have a Maokai Jin bot lane, which is extremely hard to gank.
Mm.
So yeah, what I would try to do is I would try to get as many minions as you can mid lane and try to stay up XP and gold wise, and then wait for your ult. And if a play comes up, you have to really check the play and see if you want to go for it or not, and be
Yeah,
really really careful with this. And then you have chances of still winning the game, in my opinion.
yeah. I have to make something happen with my ult.
Yep. And you shouldn't waste ult on Akali, in my opinion, too, even if you can kill her sometime. Because going for the objectives here is more important for Qiyana, especially when Grubs are up, when Drake is up, so yeah.
Yeah. Level like 8 or 9. I actually Kindred's doing Herald, and I sneak up behind her and I one shot her, and it was just like a really nice little play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. So what I can see is that you are really scared to use Q somehow. Okay.
To hit her while she's farming, you mean?
Yeah. Like right here, you want to look for high value Qs, right? This means that you want to hit the minions and you want to hit Akali too. I don't know if you played any mages before, but what you want to
I
do
have, I
when
have.
when playing mages is you want to
Yeah,
contest prio and at the same time try to hit the enemy champion. And with Qiyana, you can apply the same thing when it comes to using
yeah.
your abilities.
My
So
first
hitting,
champion ever, my first champion ever was Veigar, and if there's a champion that does that, it's Veigar because
yeah, okay.
he
Mm-hmm.
needs the stack from the champion and the. I'm not good at it, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy just fucking I don't know what he's doing in my lane right now, and he's giving her all this damage and possibly a kill. Bad ult.
The thing that I want you to do though is I want you to decide, do you want this or not? I
Yeah,
only really decided if you want this or not. Like, is this a play that you want to go
you're
for?
right. Yeah, no, I didn't because like in my head I'm like, okay, if he's coming down, let's focus the Akali, and then the Maokai is irrelevant. Like we'll kill him after the Akali. But then he started hitting Maokai, and I was like, okay, this is clearly bad. Like he's about to die, so let me just not die with him. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. So what I think right here is simply, is this a good play regarding the champion situation right now? So you have Quinn coming in, but you have Shyvana topside and you have Ezreal bot side, and you don't have vision over Kindred.
Mm.
So could this actually be a 3v2 for the enemy team?
It could very well could.
Yeah. Most of the time what happens is that the support doesn't just roam on his own. What he does is he tries to team up with the jungler, right? So
Yeah,
it
tries to
the
follow the team.
probability of Kindred being here is super high.
Yeah,
And in that matter, like I'm okay with you just getting out here. That's totally fine. But you have to ping away the Quinn, in my opinion.
yeah.
Right? Like this is not a
But
good
I
play at
just,
all.
but I don't get why he just like legit walks right into the Akali and fucking ignores her. Like, what are you doing, man?
Because he's silver 4, man.
That's yeah, yeah.
Like
I'm silver as well, so I shouldn't be talking too much shit.
that's what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying. I'm not trying to
yeah.
to bully you right
No,
now,
no, no, no. One
or
hundred
rank
percent.
shame,
One
but
hundred percent.
you cannot
100%.
expect a good performance from your silver 4 Quinn that's playing top
Yeah,
lane with glacial augment. Like what do you expect, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But you have to play accordingly. You have to ping her back, and if she still goes in, you just like shit on her.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. Just ignore her. If
yeah,
she
yeah.
dies, she dies. But it's not a play you want to take. Okay, so let's keep
The
going
ult
here.
didn't do damage to Akali there, right?
No, it didn't because you didn't hit
Yeah,
right here. It didn't hit.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
I think you missed an R window right here. So if you look at this,
Uh, are her into the like the wall next to the tower? You mean?
yeah, exactly. So what you could have done right here.
Oh, could have been a kill. Yeah.
So you Q here, right? And then right here, I think you could
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
could
yeah,
have
yeah,
auto
yeah.
turned to this direction. And then actually she gets stunned right here. Use ignite, use Q.
And
Your E
she
is up, and
gets
she gets 2 tower
and
shots and
she
she
gets
dies.
tower shots. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And also I'm looking at something else here too. I think there were 2 windows actually. I think right here you can also E onto the Akali and R her onto this wall. It changes the angle of the ult, right?
Yep.
And then with ignite and Q and auto attack, it might kill. I think it will. Also because Quinn can just walk up and use 1 auto or something. I mean, you cannot rely on it, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but
Yeah.
overall, I just wouldn't go for this play. So what we just did, by the way, this is something you can also do in your own games. It's called micro macro framework.
You told me this before.
Exactly.
You look at the micro and the macro to extract the most like juice out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So we looked at the micro first. I told you, yeah, this is what you should have done or what you could have done with the wall
Could have
or like this play.
altered, could have EQ'd, yeah.
Exactly, but then we realized this is not a good play at all because honestly, Kindred could be here, and this is just very risky to do. And if you die here and you lose the Ken wave, then it's like over.
It's over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we should be looking for too many trades here, especially not this far up in the lane, right? When you are in a position where you are behind, you wanna keep the wave here, and if you wanna go for trades, you really try to look for trades that are safe. So you only poke with Q and you try to stay healthy.
Mm.
Doing this again, you have no info. Look at the map right now.
Yeah. I mean, no one's there. And although I had my Nami, she was kind of useless. And then her Maokai showed up. Then I died.
Yep. So what we are not aware of is we are not aware of everything that's going on the map. To be honest, I think this is a big problem. So far, you can
Yeah,
fix it
definitely.
100%. But what we didn't see is the early part, right, with the Darius and the Kindred, which you lean towards the wrong side. And then also right here we have no information about Kindred or Maokai, and we still go for this trade.
Yeah.
And now we die, we lose another wave. And honestly, if this would be my game, I would end the review right now. Like this game is now officially over if the enemy team plays properly. But what we will do, obviously, we'll keep going and just take a look at how you play this game still.
Mm.
Okay, so let's see what's happening here. We just permanently push out waves. Exactly, and now we are moving towards bot lane here, which I don't mind, to be honest, because the entire team is bot.
But I get pinched here. I think I get out. Yeah, I think I do that and then I flash.
Okay, so with roaming, there is something you have to realize. And this is just a timer you can think of. You push the wave out here, right?
Yeah.
What you have to think about now is when is the next wave going to be mid lane? When will the next
In
waves like meet up?
in like 10 seconds.
To be exact, in 16 seconds. How do I know that so exactly? The wave always meets up at 30 seconds or at the full minute. So
Oh,
it will meet up at 9:30 and then it will meet up at 10 again. And then it will meet up at 11 sorry, at 10:30 again, right?
okay,
And this
wow.
is how
Me
it
just
always
playing the
goes.
game. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So what
It's a
happens
different
basically
timer for top and bot though, right? Bot and
in the
Qiyana.
beginning, yes, because the waves are not the same, right? So right here it's later, but talking about mid lane waves, that's the point exactly.
Yeah.
So
Every
what
30 seconds they meet up.
Yeah, exactly. Every 30 seconds they
Okay.
meet up. And
Okay.
what's happening now, and this is quite important, is this gives you a 16-second window to
Yeah.
now go for a roam. And I want to do something right now. Just wait a minute. Okay, so right here we have this clock, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's take a look right here. So take a look at this. Now is the time where you have to turn. You have to look at it and you have to decide, is this good or not?
Yeah.
You know?
The Jin is not low. The Jin isn't like, I mean, the Jin is full HP. Yeah, no, it's not good.
This is not good at all. Your team is not even close to you.
The
And
only
they
thing
clearly
that
have
made
vision.
me, yeah, the only thing that made me like still kind of hover is the fact that Shyvana was there, but then also their entire team came and I was in a bad spot.
That's okay. Hovering is fine. As I said, the move initially, I like that. The initial move was good
Yeah,
after pushing the wave.
yeah,
But I don't think you can stick to this play after seeing this. Also, what you didn't do is you didn't pan your camera towards the play properly, right? So we saw this a second time right now, where the play is actually going on right here, and I didn't see you pan your camera enough, in my opinion.
okay,
So, do you see you walk to this blindly right now, and now you pan your camera. And also, it's quite clear that currently, um, Akali is following because she's not shoving out mid, and if she's not shoving out mid, what is she doing, right? I mean, she's not.
she's following.
Of course, she's following, yeah. And we didn't really realize that, but it all comes down, honestly, to the initial move, in my opinion. So you move here, and now you have 16 seconds, and I think so. To be exact, you have time until the wave comes under the tower again. So you have a bit more than 16 seconds, of course. What
Yeah,
I mean, Akali needs like 10 seconds to push the wave, maybe like 8 seconds. I don't know. So you can theoretically move bot here up until maybe 9:26, 9:30 maybe, and then you have to run back. And since you use a lot of time here, what happens is this is just not a good play anymore. You almost die. No, you actually die. This just ends up being a good play, but this is a flip.
yeah.
What I want you to
It's a good
understand.
play, not because of me. I get it.
Yeah, because your team just made up for it, but this is not a good play. And also, if Kindred is here, you lose the play, by the way. But Kindred is not here. That's the only reason why you are winning. If Kindred has hands, she is here, and you just lose the play. And you lost a lot mid lane too, right? I mean, Akali didn't really push, but you should have lost a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Why
see
do
what
I
happens.
kill this Kindred? Like, what is this one kill I have? What was it? I forgot.
I think it's
Oh
here,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He does die to ignite. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, so new game state here. I think you press tab some point. Okay, so what do we see now?
We're all losing.
Yeah,
We're all
basically,
losing,
basically, yeah.
and like I don't know. I need to do something. I need to. I'm too scared of Akali at this point. Akali with like honestly, Akali with like 2 kills already scares me so much because she's just so I don't know.
Yeah, as I said, don't get me wrong. As soon as we get to this point, and Akali has a lead, this is for me personally. When I review my own
Yeah,
games, this is the review ender for me already.
yeah. But you're
But
playing against like masters who like if they
yeah,
have a lead, they know how to not give it up. I'm playing against like
yeah,
retards,
that's the point.
but I'm also a retard. Yeah,
So what I'm looking at is what can you now do to still make this
yeah,
game happen, right? It's
yeah,
not completely lost yet. I would still keep on playing, honestly, of course, but you just have to like find a way. So right now, Akali,
yeah,
you shouldn't roam, right? You have no ult and you
yeah.
have no flash and you are not that
Oh
strong.
no, I wasn't even thinking about roaming.
Yeah, you just permanently push waves. And what happens is when so what I also want you to do, if one side is getting destroyed, right, like right here, you can try
Mm.
to do a cross map play and actually go top side here.
So like help the Quinn out, for example, here.
Exactly, you can try to get a different
Okay.
side to win.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would push this one plate, and now it's quite obvious that someone will
One
come.
plate then roam. Yeah.
And then I would pan my camera towards top side, and I would try to make something happen there.
Okay.
Because you can make up for the bad stuff that's happening bot to like just go top lane here. You just need to create ideas. Now Maokai is mid, you are getting pressured, right? Okay. So we are not communicating the objectives well. You should ping this off, or ping it in, depending on what you want to do.
Mm.
Yeah, so to be honest, I don't really think you have a mechanical problem. What I think, and I can already see this after 12 minutes into the game, you have a
Mm.
problem of like realizing what's going on in the game. So you are a bit
Yeah.
oblivious to everything that's happening, right?
Yeah. So you think my mechanics are like easily challenger level, right? Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you so much.
Of course, yeah, of course. No, but I'm not joking. For a silver level player right now, your mechanics are definitely not the issue that's holding you back. I'm always looking at what is the biggest issue for
Yeah.
you right now. And we can
Yeah.
keep going, but I'm pretty sure that this will just repeat over and over. Like,
Yeah.
if you take a look at
But
this, so
just
we are coming out of yeah, go ahead.
no, it's fine. Just I just want you to see the Herald kill, but like yeah, keep saying keep
Okay.
what were you gonna say?
Yeah, what I'm just trying to say here is the same mistake will happen over and over. So what we
Yeah.
will see is that you will not know what's going on the map. For example, right now Drake is up, right? So you
Yeah.
push the wave and you go to Drake. I mean that's actually pretty good. So that's fine. You did it in a good way here. You get the kill, you reset, and then we come back to the mid lane.
Here
Alright.
it's looking a bit like okay, there's some hope because
Yeah.
we're 9 and 14, and think I don't know when. Yeah, it's soon.
Okay, but your example, you are mid lane, right? Like, what are you doing currently
Yeah,
mid?
nothing.
That's the point. So what do
And
we
I
do?
could be bot or top because they're pushed in
Look at
very,
this.
very much.
You have so much time here
Yeah,
to do something. Catch top lane wave, go bot, do something, right?
yeah, yeah.
So this is
Yeah,
exactly what
here.
I mean. Like you didn't realize, in my opinion, I don't know how it is. Like you can tell me if there's a different reason, but I don't think you realize that top is getting pushed in. I don't think you realize that there's a bot lane play. I think you just autopiloted to mid lane and you just try to.
I definitely do that 100%. No, sometimes I see it and I don't wanna. Yeah, look, bro, she doesn't even know what happened to her. Boom, boom, boom,
That was.
boom.
I mean, that's why we play Qiyana, right? Like that's just
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful.
because that shit is so satisfying. Oh
Yep.
my god. But no, you're right. I definitely don't realize what's happening, or when I do, it's like too late to do something about it. Like I've missed the roam window, or I've missed just the, you know, window to do anything really.
Mhm. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is what I'm realizing right now from the games. So right here, whenever you get out of base, you have to check where you want to go. And now when looking at this map, like where do you want to go right now? What's going on? What's up? Like
Okay.
which objectives are up and where do you want to go?
No objective is up, but I could go for Jin since he's so pushed up, and I have flash and ignite. Feel like maybe I could kill him.
When I ask this, I'm not looking at who can you kill. I'm looking at where do you want to go from the lane perspective, right? Do you want to go bot, mid, top? Generally speaking, like what's the lane that you want to go for right now?
Uh, bot, I guess. Yeah.
And why?
Like I would because the farm is closest and like it's just how I get more money. It's how I get the most gold right now.
Okay, so what you want to do in this game? With Qiyana, you want to
Yeah.
side lane. I think that's clear. You know that, right?
Yeah, you said that a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So with Qiyana, you really need to side lane, and you really need to leave mid lane at some point. So in
Yeah.
this case specifically, Ezreal and Nami, the bot lane generally speaking wants to be mid because they want to contest the prio, they want to push in waves, and as soon as they push in waves, you can do stuff on the map, right? If they push the wave in, you can maybe walk into the enemy jungle, place some wards, try to catch someone, whatever. But they really want to be mid lane. Because bot lane has an easier time to push out mid lane than you have. You have to walk up to the wave and they have a lot of range. So
Yeah.
them being mid is just very important. You can just remember this. You can just keep this in the back of your head all the time. And as for Qiyana, you really want to side lane. And it's kind of obvious that Darius will go top, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that is quite obvious. So what you can do right here is, as you can see, Darius also shows up top, so you already know where he is.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would send the Ezreal mid lane here to catch this wave. I would go bot lane myself, and I would send the Gwyn top lane again, right? This is what I would do. And what now happens is Ezreal is going bot, which is super bad because he's extremely vulnerable. And he cannot side lane actually. Like this is not good for Ezreal. Like,
Yeah.
you being here is much better because you actually have pressure on this tower, and Ezreal can just be here and fight. So I don't want you to be in a scramble like this, especially if we don't have our power spike yet, which is profane. So in my opinion, you have to side lane here. So you have to jump into the side lane after the laning phase ends. This is also something we can note down for the mid to late game. So you want to jump into the side lane.
More side laning.
Yeah. If the laning phase ends. And the side lane that you want to go for is most of the time the side lane where the objective is up. And since Drake is up in less than 2 minutes, you want to be bot.
Yeah.
Especially if you have Ignite. That's the point. If you have TP, the situation is a bit different, but yeah. And now you all die. Bot lane is not getting pushed in. So my point here is if you are bot right here, and you don't go for this fight, just take a look at where you could be right now. If you walk bot. Right now, you could literally be here, already pushing. And then you could play it slow, you could chill a little bit here and see what's going on. And then if this fight breaks out, you just keep pushing, and you can get this tower and maybe even this one.
Yeah.
And then them losing this fight is irrelevant, because you just got yourself like 1,500 gold, a lot of experience,
True.
and you are like really strong. And also you push much faster than Ezreal does. So yeah, I think not jumping into the side lane here is a big problem. But to be honest, from now on, the game is just looking really, really bad. Even if you win this one, it doesn't really matter. Like, you got into such a bad position that...
No, we definitely did not win this game, bro.
Yeah, so right now, it's just rough, right? It's just rough. You cannot really win this game anymore if the enemy team just plays it out properly. I mean, this is just unreal. How is this even happening? Yeah, but my main point just still stands. I think that you need to plan out the game a little bit while playing. So if you compare your game, like if we look at your game currently, what I can see is that you have a really good plan for the first couple of minutes, for the like first 5 minutes of the game. So your early game, honestly, I wouldn't even fix anything about that. I think this is good right now. You just keep doing what you are doing, try to be a little bit more aggressive, as I told you.
Yeah.
And what I would look out for right now is basically your awareness of what's going on in the game.
Mm.
So you just want to ask yourself questions, and this is already how you can improve that. So what I want you to do is after you have the first couple of minutes of the game, you just want to ask yourself questions all the time. You can speak it out loud as well, and this is how you improve it. So this is the learning objective I would like to give you. You basically want to walk to lane and then you want to talk to yourself. You want to ask yourself, okay, which objective is currently up? What am I going to do? Do I want to go for this objective? Right? You just ask yourself those questions and that automatically raises the awareness of what is currently going on. Right?
Yeah. Like, where do I want to be? What's happening on the map?
Exactly. I want you to be a
Uh,
bit more intentional with what you do. Where do you
yeah.
go? What do you do? Which objectives do you contest?
Should I side lane? Should I be with my team?
Exactly. Because you can get really creative
Yeah.
with this. There are some games where at minute 4 I'm already going bot after my first reset. Because I
Yeah. Yeah.
realize my wave is pushed in. And I only do that because I'm really aware of everything that's happening. I see what's going on
Yeah.
bot, I see what's going on top. And you will never see this up until Diamond 2, I'd say. That a mid laner goes bot lane really early, just runs there from base. Like this is really something you just have to see. And stuff like this you
Yeah.
can only see if you are permanently aware of what's going on.
I feel you. You're always asking questions.
Yeah, and if you don't ask them out loud, you are asking them out loud or like you are asking them in your mind, in your head, right? If you
Yeah. Yeah.
don't speak about
But
them.
it
So
keeps you aware.
yeah, and I did this a lot. So I had a lot of coachings too, and I had a problem with this because I didn't really realize what's going on the map. And
Mm.
then he told me, yeah, just say it out loud. Just speak to yourself. It might feel stupid, but it's a very, very effective way to put awareness to what's going on. And then
No,
there's
it
also
definitely
something you can
is.
do. You can just ask yourself or test yourself and use this as a drill to actually drill yourself so you can watch the map every 5 seconds or something. So you can just tell yourself, okay, for this game, for the next game that I'm playing, or for the next week, I want to watch the map every 5 seconds when I'm playing every single game that I play for the next week. And you make this a learning objective for yourself.
Mm.
And what will
I see.
happen is that you will probably int a lot. Don't get me wrong, because you are focusing on something completely different. But what also happens is while you are inting, you are learning a completely new skill, and at some point it will be automatic for you to just look at the map and see what's going on.
True. True.
So that is also something you can do. And then I also want to show you something. I want to show you a drill. So, and after the drill that I'm showing you, you will actually get your learning objective for the next week, and then we can take a look at what you wanna be doing, and then you can also ask questions. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I do wanna get this New Year's whatever sale you have going on, man. But I actually lost my fucking card, and I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to fix that within 4 days. Unluckily, but I'll see. I'll try.
Yeah. I mean, you still have 3 sessions left. I don't know if you remember, but you got four,
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I do. I know.
so that's fine.
But it's like the more the merrier. Why not? It's cheap. It's kind of cheap.
Yeah. I
Why
mean,
not?
if you are in an unlucky situation right now, don't worry about it. As soon as you have it, if it's like in a
Hmm.
week or something, it's okay. Like if it's in a week or two, it's no problem. Just hit me up and I will reduce it for you. So that's totally
Oh,
fine.
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
really nice. Okay. What do you
So
want to
let's
show me?
actually get into training.
You may now appreciate me.
Okay. And now I'll show
Also, I
you a
wanted to
drill.
ask.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask. You added two channels: coaching questions and ask Ido about anything.
Yeah.
Uh, the coaching questions is for students, right?
Both are. I will explain it at the end of the session because I want you to do something as
Okay.
well.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So what you do,
Qiyana.
what I want you to do,
They have no
first of all, you tackle minion spawn, and also you disable the towers because that's just annoying. And now what you do is
Okay.
you place dummies on 4 sides of the map, and this is how you will fix your camera panning, your camera movements. What I was talking about. And you can do this as much as you want. So now take a look at this. So what you did when you walked bot, you didn't look at the bot lane, right? And I told you have to
Yeah.
see what's going on in order to decide what you can do.
Line them up.
So what you do is you basically walk towards the spot and you just imagine that there's a fight. And then what you do is you test yourself by looking at the play and looking at yourself, and at some point you'll realize, okay, you are now close enough, and then this happens, right? At some point the screen just fuses. And you have to be as fluent as I just did it. Did you see that? I always knew what's going on right here.
Yeah.
And now what you do the same thing here. You watch at this, you take a look at that. You take a look at this, you take a look at that. You take a look at this, you take a look at that. And you just repeat that all the time. You will be super slow with this in the beginning, but at some point you will realize that you get really, really good at this.
Yeah, and it just makes you more aware.
Exactly. If you walk to a certain play, you will realize that this is super easy to do for you right now. And this just fixes your camera panning insanely fast. This is legit a cheat code. And now I know what's going on, right? If a fight was to break out. And now I have this vision right here, and I can decide what I want to do. And now I'll do the same thing here again. I think you see the point, right? And then you can do the same thing. You can walk up here as well, and that's why you target the tower spawn as well. And then you just take a look at everything that's going on. And at some point you will realize, okay, this just becomes intuition for me. Like, this is so easy for me right now. And your camera panning will be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is just a drill that you can do. And if you have questions with this, you can just ask me out, okay?
Nah, I mean it's interesting how like sometimes the best advice is so simple. It's like, yeah, just pan your camera, man. Just look, just use your eyes.
Of course, because at the end of the day, like, League is a game that's about gathering information, no?
Yeah.
You need to gather information, you need to know which objective is up, you need to know how the play is looking that you are going to, you need to know if your allies have ult, you need to know how much HP the enemy team have, you need to know which objective, like, League is all about information, and then looking at all of that info and deciding one thing that you want to do in the end of the day. That's all League is. All the time, it's nothing else. You just want to gather information. But the order is like this. So you want to gather information, that's the first thing. Then you want to think of the options that you have, and then you want to decide. The problem is, if the first step is missing, then this is automatically poor.
Yeah.
The options that you are thinking about are poor, and also the decision that you take just sucks, because you either take it right by accident, so you take a good decision, but you don't really know why. Or what also happens is you just take a bad decision, because you don't know what's going on exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it. And I really want you to improve your information gathering right now. So your learning objective in-game will be the following. I want you to improve the awareness that you have for everything that's going on. And the only way you can do this is you can ask yourself questions while the game is going on. So this is what you should be doing right now. And I want you to look at your map a lot more.
And pan the camera a lot more.
And this is just a side quest. This is basically panning the camera, right? You can just do the drill. That's all you need to do. And it will automatically get better in-game. Just do the drill. So you pan the camera in the drill that I just showed you. And I want you to do these two things. I want you to raise the awareness that you have for what's going on in the game, okay? And the way you can check this is quite easy. So whenever you see something going on the map and you don't know what's going on, you will have this feeling of, I don't know what's happening there, right? You have no clue. And then I want you to pan the camera. And you can check this easily if you record the games and you upload them. And you just review this. This is really fast to review. This is like 2 minutes of review. You just skip through the VOD and then you see something is going on. Did I pan my camera or not?
Yeah.
And then you just keep doing that over and over and over. And at some point, like after a week, you will already be quite good at this. So that's the learning objective. And the out-of-game objective is to just do this in your reviews, right? So out-of-game learning objective is for you to just apply this basically in the reviews. So when you review, you want to review, you can say like the first 15 minutes, I would say. You don't have to overdo it. Just keep it simple, keep it short, you know, and then also it's not boring. And you just skip through the VOD. Skip through the VOD and see if you applied it. And if you didn't apply it,
Yeah.
ask yourself why. Like, what was the reason why I didn't do it? And then you just fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for
So
sure.
these are the two things that you should be doing right now, in my opinion. And
Okay.
some things come with this. Okay, so as you already mentioned, you have these two new channels, right? This is only for
Yeah.
my students. I don't know if did I add you already to the role? I think you are already.
I think so. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I can just check it.
Am I a coaching student? Yeah, I am.
You are?
I see it on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so you already have what you need here. Only my students get this. So what you can do right here is that you just type at Edo.
Yeah.
So you tag me, and then you
I
say
upload a clip or something.
exactly. You just send me the clip, and then you say, was this correct? Was this right? Like, what did I do? And then I take a look at
Okay,
it, I
fine.
record it, and then I just send it over to you, and you instantly learn what you did wrong. I can only highly
Fire,
advise you
amazing.
to do it. Like, that just boosts your improvement so hard.
Yeah, I mean that's just free learning, no?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not really free, because
Okay.
in my opinion, this is part of the thing that you pay for in the end of the day, right? So as soon as you
Yeah,
get a session,
yeah,
this is
I
what you get.
guess.
But
Yeah.
as you can see, people don't really use it as often. They still DM me, and I'm always telling them, yo,
Yeah.
just ask a question here. And if you have any other
Okay,
question,
that's-
no matter what it is,
Mhm.
if it's about champion pool, mental problems with your
Ah.
teammates, how you should approach things, then always in here.
Yeah, like what's your favorite dessert? What are you
For
what are
for
you
example,
doing on Friday?
especially that, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, no, fire man. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Amazing.
Do you have any
I'll
questions?
definitely. No, not really. I mean, you said my early game improved, and I'm glad it did. All like, cause I have been actually trying to apply the level up timers and just the proper wave management and everything,
Mhm.
and I've seen some success with it. Now I just need to ask myself questions, pan the camera more, just be more aware of what's happening, like
Yeah,
not autopilot, basically. Yeah,
exactly.
autopilot less.
Yeah.
So no, all understood.
All right. And the nice thing is, as soon as you start doing this, you will realize that you won't have answers to the questions, right?
Yeah.
And then we can work on your actual decision making. But first of
Yeah.
all, you need to like gather information. Otherwise, you cannot
First
take
of all,
good
there
decisions.
needs to be like decisions being made to improve decision making, not just right click mid
That's the
and
point.
hope for the best.
Currently, you are blindly walking around the map, not knowing what you are doing. To put it into
Yeah.
an extreme. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
that's what you are currently doing. And what I want to achieve, I want you to just take decisions. And even if the decisions are bad, it's better. So just take a decision. It's better to take a decision based on information that you got than not like doing that at all. So it's
Yeah.
better to take a bad decision than taking no decision in the end of the day.
Because the bad one you'd at least learn from.
Exactly, because from that you can learn. But if you don't know what you're doing and you don't think about it at all, you cannot learn from it. Like there's no learning there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's the
I'm
point.
I'm glad that my mechanics are like master's level though.
Yeah,
That's
of course,
nice.
of course. Yeah, you got there so fast, man.
Alright, thank you, man. You
Yeah.
said you have another session, right?
Yeah, exactly. I have to go on.
Yeah. Alright, no problem, man. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah,
Bye.
100%. What's up, guys? Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this coaching session. If you are interested in getting a coaching with me or just joining my Discord or checking out the stream, make sure to check out the links in the description. I love you guys. Thanks a lot for supporting. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.